Okay, let's get serious for a minute about a topic that honestly, we all need to talk about: referee abuse in youth sports. We're going to dive deep into what U.S. Soccer calls Level 3 abuse. And look, this is an absolutely crucial guide for every single parent, coach, and spectator out there who wants to keep this beautiful game, well, beautiful. So let's break down what this really means and why it is so important for everyone on the sidelines to get this right. So, first things first, you've got to understand that US soccer breaks down abuse into three different tiers. You got level one, which is stuff like taunting. That'll get you a minimum 2-game penalty. Then level two bumps it up to harassment, and you're looking at a suspension of 4 to 10 games. But level three is where everything changes. We're not just talking about being rude anymore. We're talking about threats, violence, and assault. And here's the key takeaway. Level 3 abuse stops being a soccer problem and becomes a legal one. The penalties start at 12 games, but they can go all the way up to a lifetime ban. And that's not even counting the potential criminal charges. So, what exactly falls under that Level 3 umbrella? Well, it's split into two main categories, and trust me, both of them carry the heaviest consequences. On one side, you have non-physical abuse. Think threats of violence, really nasty language, or even online attacks like cyberbullying or doxing, where someone maliciously posts another person's private info. On the other side, you've got physical abuse, and that's exactly what it sounds like: violent contact or assault. We're talking hitting, punching, kicking, or even just throwing something to hit a ref. And the penalties? They are night and day. Non-physical starts at a 6-game suspension, plus a ban of several months. But physical? That starts at 12 games and can easily end in a lifetime ban. Just imagine this. A parent screams from the sideline, "I'll see you in the parking lot after this game. You better watch your back." Let's be crystal clear about this. That is not just trash talk. Under US soccer rules, any statement that threatens violence is automatically level 3 abuse. That's a minimum 6-game suspension and at least a 6-month ban right off the bat. But way more important than that, this is treated as criminal threatening under the law. The best move? It's always the simplest one. Just walk away. No calling a kid's soccer game is worth a criminal record or having your child watch you get arrested. Or what about something that just gets blurted out in the heat of the moment? "You're gonna pay for that call. I'm gonna shove that card down your throat." Now, what's really important to get here is why this is a level 3 offense. It's because the threat itself is the violation. No one has to actually get touched for the full penalty to apply. The second your words describe physical harm, you've crossed a really serious line. If you ever feel yourself getting that angry, that's your own personal alarm bell telling you it's time to leave the field, right then and there. And, in this day and age, abuse doesn't just happen on the field. Posting something like "avoid referee 47, here's his home address and phone number," that is explicitly defined as level 3 abuse. It's called doxing, and it is incredibly dangerous. The policy is simple. Online attacks and social media harassment get hit with the exact same penalties as in-person threats. If you have a serious complaint, there's a right way to handle it. Go through your league, where they can look into it properly. Trying to get public revenge is a potentially criminal act. Okay, now let's talk about physical abuse. Someone might try to justify their actions, saying something like, "He made one bad call too many. I just kicked him in the shin. It was barely anything." This example shows a really critical point. How hard you kick doesn't matter one bit. Any intentional kick aimed at a referee is considered level 3 violent contact. Legally, that's assault. The minimum penalty is a 12-game suspension, and it can absolutely lead to a lifetime ban and prosecution. There is just zero, and I mean zero, situation in youth soccer where kicking another person is okay. And then we have the most obvious form of physical abuse there is: throwing a punch. Any excuse like, "I just lost it, I didn't even think about it," is a total non-starter. Punching a referee isn't a sports incident. It is, plain and simple, assault. This is the most severe type of physical abuse, carrying that minimum 12-game suspension and going all the way up to a permanent lifetime ban. And don't forget, any criminal charges, lawsuits, and medical bills are totally separate from whatever the soccer league does. The message here could not be clear. If you can't control your physical reactions at a child's game, you do not belong on the sideline. Period. This next example is incredibly serious. A person might try to downplay it, saying, "I just grabbed him by the collar to make sure he was listening." But any, and I mean any, forceful contact with a referee's neck is one of the most serious violations you can commit. Grabbing, squeezing, putting your hands anywhere near the neck, that's a violent contact. In most states, strangulation is a felony. There's no gray area here at all. The expected result? A lifetime ban from the sport. No amount of explaining your intent is going to change what this is. So what about throwing an object, like a water bottle? Here, it all comes down to intent. If you throw something out of frustration and it lands near the ref, that's level 2 intimidation. But the moment you throw an object with the intent to strike the referee, you've crossed the line into level 3 violent contact. That brings a minimum 12-game suspension and could lead to criminal charges for assault with a projectile. It's a great reminder to just put the water bottle down, take a step back, and breathe. Your child is watching. And it's a similar idea when a player or coach just blasts the ball after a whistle. Arguing that it wasn't directed at anyone almost never works. Deliberately kicking a ball at a referee is treated as using an object to strike someone, and that's another level 3 violation. Intent isn't just decided by what a person says they meant to do, it's figured out from the context. Officials, witnesses, maybe even video, they're all used to make a decision. Blasting a ball in anger anywhere near an official is pretty much always going to be seen as intentional. So, let's be real. After a level 3 incident happens, the game suspension is truly the least of your worries. The fallout goes way, way beyond the field. You can face criminal charges for assault and threatening behavior, which can lead to an arrest and a criminal record. The referee can sue you in civil court for assault, battery, and emotional distress, putting your reputation and your finances on the line. If the ref gets hurt, you could be on the hook for all their medical bills. And finally, that permanent lifetime ban from U.S. soccer, that means no games, no sidelines, no tournaments, ever again. And believe me, these penalties stack up fast. Your first offense for a threat gets you at least a 6-game suspension and a long ban. For violent contact, it's 12 games and could be a lifetime ban right there. A second level 3 offense, the punishment doubles. 12 games becomes 24. And a third offense is an automatic lifetime ban. No ifs, ands, or buts. No appeals. But here's the most important rule on this entire slide. Any offense against a minor referee, someone under the age of 18, gets triple the penalty. Automatically. So how do we stop this from ever happening? Because, level 3 abuse doesn't just come out of nowhere. It's the end result of a bunch of bad choices. Here are 6 crucial steps to stop it before it even starts. First, know your own triggers. Is your voice getting louder? Are your fists clenching? That's your cue to take a step back. If you feel like you're about to say something violent, make the right choice for yourself. Leave the field. Don't make threats, not even as a joke. Put the phone down. Doxing has the same penalties as threatening someone in person. And if you have a real problem, report it the right way, through the league. Don't take it into your own hands. But above all else, remember 2 things. This is a youth soccer game, and the referee is very often just a teenager doing a job. And the most important person there, your child. And they are watching everything you do. In the end, this really all comes down to a simple, shared responsibility. Let's keep the beautiful game beautiful for everyone, for the kids playing, for the families watching, and for the officials who make these games possible. It all starts with remembering one simple fact. The ref is human. So the next time you're on the sideline, just ask yourself, is my behavior honoring the game or is it harming it?